Hello everybody and welcome to the face reading secrets of the people in the news. Today's reading is number 20, and of course if you're interested in learning more about the subject of face reading, you can look up my YouTube's Introduction to Face Reading and Face Reading 101 Part 1, Part 2. And soon, within a couple of months, actually within a month I hope, you will be able to buy my book Face Reading Secrets for Successful Relationships. If you click subscribe below, when the book comes out, you will be notified. It will be available as an ebook and as a hard copy. Today I will speak about Sheryl Sandberg, the Chief Operating Officer of the Facebook. A couple of months ago I spoke about Mark Zuckerberg, the Chairman, the Chief Executive and co-founder of the Facebook. But from what I understand, Mrs. Sandberg is the power engine of the company. Someone requested that I do a reading on her, and here we are. Sheryl Kara Sandberg, a 46-year-old technology executive, activist, author, and a billionaire. So let's look at her face and see if the science of human morphology, or face reading, can give us a clue about what makes or helps a person to be so successful. Remember, first we talk about her personality, which is embodied in her face, and then we'll look at her profile, which is the embodiment of the temperament, 90% of who we are. Sheryl is definitely a Venus with the sun forehead. What do we know about the Venus personality? Venus is the Roman adaptation of the Greek goddess of love, Aphrodite. Indeed, of all 12 personalities, the Venus are most concerned with loving and being loved. The Venus loved the lover, the child, all of the children in the world, the whole humanity, and all the creatures in the world. They are often involved in social causes and in bringing parties that are fighting to the negotiating table. The Venus are usually very lively, spunky, and resourceful men and women. They have a lot of practical intelligence and know how to organize things to make everyone comfortable. Although the pure Venus are loving and caring persons, the Venus with the sun forehead, as Sheryl is, along with all characteristics of the Venus, have the strongest interest in social causes and the welfare of the children and care of the children. And as I understand, Sheryl Sandberg is definitely living her Venus qualities fully. Now let's look at Sheryl Sandberg's past, present, and the potential for the future, not by looking at the photographs, but by doing left side, right side face analysis. If you remember, I already did once a left side, right side analysis on Anderson Cooper. The left side of the face is associated with a person's past, the right side with the present and the potential for the future. If you're interested in looking at where a person is coming from in terms of his or her emotional makeup and where he or she is going, here's how you do it. You take a picture of the person, the face, and then make an extra copy. You cut one picture in half using whatever program you prefer. Take the left side and create a mirror image of that half of the picture. Then line up the left side with the mirror image of the left side, and you will have a picture composed of two left sides, or two pasts. Repeat this process with the right side. Then you have two presents, so to speak, and so you have two pasts and two presents. And basically you can look and say, here how a person felt till the present moment, looking at two left sides, and here where a person is going. So look at the picture of two left sides, the middle one, compared with the real photo. Not too much a difference. Venus she is, Venus she was, except in the past she looked at the Look at her eyes. She looked at life with her eyes wide open. You see on the real photo, her left eye is more open than the right one. And it's not, it just happened on this particular photo. You can see it on many photographs of Sheryl. Let's take a look. See, her left eye is open wide, and the right eye is squinted on every one of these pictures. But now let's look at the two right sides, what Sheryl has become and where she's going. You can see that her face is much more narrow, really a Mercury face. Both eyes are squinted, and the eyebrows are less curved and more triangular, also a mercurial shape. So what does it all mean? It means that over the years she became less trusting, more charming, more diplomatic, and more kind of a show person. Not in negative terms, but more out there, knowing how to play her audience, but also more creative and sensitive as Mercury's go. Okay, that is all Sheryl's persona. But what's behind the persona? Let's look at Sheryl Sandberg's temperament. Sheryl Sandberg is clearly a sanguine with a bilious forehead. Look, the chin is protruding. The corner of the jaw standing is straight down, but the forehead is round. You can see it well in picture 2. What it means is that Sheryl was born with the tendency to take risks, to be impatient, courageous, generous, and to take action. She probably liked sports, and as a child wouldn't hesitate to put up a fight if somebody crossed her. So for our purpose of understanding what makes a person successful, the risk-taking part, I think, is very important. As my teacher of blessed memory, Colette, said, nothing of real value happens unless you make a leap into uncertainty. But risk-taking alone is not enough. Many people take risks and fail because of not thinking through enough of things that they want to do, for example. But not Sheryl. Look at her forehead. Intellectually, she is bilious. So in her mind, she is not impulsive or impatient. Physically, she may be impulsive, but not mentally. Intellectually, she is organized, meticulous, long-term planner, detail-oriented, likes intellectual challenges. In fact, having those challenges make her feel good, likes to lead, knows how to delegate, knows how to work without breaks, without compromises. So her risk-taking is never a gamble risk-taking type. Hers is calculative, deliberate, strategic risk-taking. And all that goes with a few interesting features. Look at picture 1. The tip of her nose is like a bit like a hook-like. That in face reading means the person who can fight and win, the conqueror. Picture 2, you see the triangulation of the nostrils, meaning that she is highly competitive. And also, at the same time, you see the 2 little arrows on the same picture. The distance between tragus and anti-tragus is huge, meaning that she is very talkative, knows how to talk and likes it. And finally, on picture 3, you can see that her nostril is elongated and is almond shape. That stands for high intelligence. Now, if you go back to all the things that I said about Sheryl Sandberg, write them down one by one, you will see that what she has accomplished is not because she just happened to be at the right place and at the right time. It is a lot of powerful traits and talents in one person, and all fueled by the bilious will and determination. And that's all about Sheryl Sandberg for now. Thanks for listening, and talk to you next week.